Alright, so because the 7th year anniversary was absolutely amazing, giving out multiple premium cards, a tier 3 selector, a transcendent selector, a premium tier 2 selector, artifacts, crystals, you name it, so much free stuff. I actually had quite a few returning players hit me up on Discord and on Twitter asking for some type of advice in regards to how they can catch up and what are the best deals to pick up from the store. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to let you guys know how I generally spend my cash or crystals in Marvel Future Fight currently where I'm at, and if you're not where I'm at, I'm going to show you the best bang for your buck. This video is not for everyone. Obviously, if you're free to play, you don't spend any money on the game, this is not for you. This is for the people who are returning to the game that are hitting me up saying, I want to catch up, man. They have World Boss Legend now that didn't exist back when I played in like 2015, 2016. It's crazy. Like, I literally have people hitting me up from 2016. That's the last time they played. So the landscape of the game is just completely different. And the first thing I want to say is the game is so much better than it was in 2016. Visually, like gameplay, everything, the rewards, everything. Some of the things that you had to spend thousands upon thousands to get in 2016, 2017, you can literally get for free if you just play the game. But if you want to support the game or if you want to catch up, I'm going to show you some of the things that I bought and some of the things you should consider buying if you have the money to spare. So let's get into it, man. Let's take a look at the shop. All right. The very first thing that everyone should pick up if they're spending even, I guess, a couple dollars. I was gonna say even $1, but you can't get it for $1. But you want to go into Daily Perks. Daily Perks is your best friend, and you want to pick up Tony Stark's secret stash. This thing right here is the best bang for your buck. If you are able to, you should have this active at all times. It is the best single purchase you can possibly make in Marvel Future Fight. All right. Additionally, if you're trying to catch up on premium characters that's been released over the years, you have 3 options. You can pick up the special daily growth support, and this will give you access to all of the premium mutants and premium biosub characters in the game. Or you can pick it up individually via the Get 20 biometric daily or the Get 20 X genes daily. Depending on how many you're missing, it might be more beneficial to pick this one up because maybe you want to pick it up multiple months in a row. Now, one piece of advice I'm going to give you here in regards to this package: if you buy it once, to get the full value of it, you will need to buy it 2 more times, because as you can see, at the 84th day, you get a tier 3 selector. And that tier 3 selector can be used on any free-to-play character or any character in this list. However, you only get that selector if you buy this thing 3 times in a row, which for me, that's 120 Canadian dollars. So be very careful before you buy this. But if you're missing, I don't know, 20 characters that are premium that you cannot, absolutely not get anywhere else in the game, maybe this is something you want to consider, because then you could pick up all 20 of those characters, and by the time you're done building all of those characters, you will have that tier 3 selected that you can then use on any of them. I've never bought this personally because I had all of the premium characters in the game before this came out, so for me this was never really an option. However, it is a viable option for some of you guys who are returning to the game. Now, something I buy every 2 weeks is the shield support package, and this is very, very useful if you find yourself running out of inventory space, because it gives you quite a bit of inventory space. As you can see right here, it gives you 500 additional slots, but in addition to that, it gives you bonus biometrics and bonus XP for all of your characters when you're running missions. So that will help you level up more characters faster, and it will increase the amount of biometrics that you can get from certain missions. As you can see right there, it says daily limit of acquirable biometrics in epic quests will be increased to 20 from the 10. So if you're farming those mutants like Rogue, Bees, Cyclops, Storm, etc., all of those epic quest missions will give you extra bios. But one of the most important things for me personally is the free refresh that you get in Timeline Battle that allows you to do 20 fights per day as opposed to only being able to do 10. Additionally, by having this thing, you will get access to Autoplay Plus in Shadowland, and this is very valuable once you have a bunch of of characters built up. Like me, for example, I'm able to autoplay plus all the way to stage 100 in Shadowland, and I never have to lift a finger in terms of fighting the stages unless I'm trying to push to like stage 200 plus. That's when I really need to pick up my phone and actually play the game. So if you have like a desk job and you don't want to sit down and do like 2 hours of Shadowland every single week, you can actually just put Shadowland on autoplay plus and let it rock. The way how they could make this thing even better is actually putting auto progress in this thing as well. Auto progress and autoplay plus, so you never need to touch your device. That mod would consider it. Anyways, moving on. This is something I buy every 2 weeks, even as a whale, and I will continue to buy. The inventory space is nice. Stark Stash is mandatory. If you're spending cash on the game, that's something you also want to get every single month. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about the characters in the crystal wall here. So these characters you should only buy on Black Friday when they're for sale. Okay, never buy them at full price, and the only ones that are relevant right now is Mystique, because she's in a support role, so she's gonna be amazing no matter when you get her for all forms of content. And in addition to that, she can be transcended, so you'll be able to use her in World Boss Legend. And Emma Frost right now is absolutely stellar. If you pick up her uniform, she's amazing for PvP and PvE. So those are the only 2 characters here that you should be going after, but even still, I would wait until Black Friday. Now the prices are going to be different for you than they are for me. That's because I've already unlocked them. So once you unlock them the first time, the price will be cut in half, and this is what it will look like. But if you haven't unlocked them yet, just wait until Black Friday, and then you get a 30% discount, and then you unlock the character then for the cheapest possible price. Moving on, let's jump into the recommended category. Now, something I buy or I've bought in the past 2 months, and that's because I'm big whaling. I don't really have anything else to really spend on these days. So I've started buying the Odin's Blessing Selector just cause it gives me a few Odin's Blessings. This is not something I would recommend to the everyday player. Like, I really wouldn't. It's unnecessary. It's just something I'm spending on because I don't really have anything else to spend on, right? I don't need materials. If you've seen me play, you know I have like all the characters at tier 3 transcended, and I have pretty much an infinite amount of tier 3 materials thanks to story missions. So I buy Odin's Blessings now. Sue me. Anyways, moving on. From time to time, I will pick up the offer for agents. If I'm down bad on crystals, I'll buy an offer for agents number 2 or number 3, depending on how many crystals I need. These are generally the best crystal deals if there's not like a major discount on anything going on. So if you just need crystals, this is the way to go. Offer for agents number 1 and 2. They're usually a pretty good deal. Now, something I've seen quite a few people ask me about in the live chat is actually this thing right here. Shield level 70 achievement pack. This is an amazing deal. If you're a returning player, snatch it up right away. 5,500 crystals, the mega tier 2 CTP selector, plus 10 million gold for $70 is an amazing deal. And truthfully, the only reason why I haven't bought this thing yet is because half the time when I'm really desperate and I need a CTP, I completely forget that it's here. And I've been telling myself I'm gonna save this for a moment in time when I'm really desperate, I need a CTP and I need some crystals. And every single time that happens, I forget that it's here. I go into the shop and actually gamble instead of coming to get this. Eventually I will pick it up though, because it's one of the best deals. Now, the potential awakening pack, this is completely up to you. If you're trying to catch up on awakened characters, and for me in the past, I've purchased this a couple times, but recently I've just been focused on farming as many Mandalay gem fragments and awakening crystals as possible from playing squad battle more. So because of that, it saves me a little bit of cash here, and that's what I would recommend as well. Now, one other pack that I want to point out if you are really desperate and you're trying to catch up is actually this thing right here. Now, this is pretty expensive, but it could definitely make your life a little bit easier if you have really bad luck like me. Sometimes it takes me weeks to get one single book that I'm looking for, whether it's a blast, universal, speed, or combat book. So this Titan record booster, even though it's not the best deal, it's something you could consider buying if you are really desperate to catch up and you want to tier 3 more characters faster. But I wouldn't necessarily recommend this thing unless you're like really desperate. Okay, let's talk about the 30-day journey towards tier 3 here. The only way I would say this is worth considering is if you're gonna pick up Spider-Man as your tier 3 from this thing. If you are coming back to the game and you didn't get Spider-Man as your tier 3 for the anniversary because let's say you chose Loki because he was also a great candidate, then cool. You can spend the 30 bucks on this and get Spider-Man tier 3 for $30. That's a worthwhile purchase if you pick up his red suit from No Way Home. Anybody else, I would say maybe you want to farm them manually, but depending on when you're watching this, who knows? Thor Love and Thunder might be out and Thor might be the new kid on the block or the new god in the arena slaying people and leaving a trail of bodies behind. And Iron Man is next up to get a uniform, so he could be amazing in the next update. But for me, I would say the safe bet here currently is if you're going to pick this up, Spider-Man. Otherwise, just don't buy it. The last thing I want to talk about here is actually the dollar deals, and I'm actually going to pick these up right after. I usually pick up the crystals and I'll usually pick up the energy. Maybe sometime if I feel like spending a little bit extra, I'll pick up the boost points, but that's pretty much the only things I'll purchase here. The crystals, definitely a good deal. The energy, if you are like me and you like to farm as much as possible, whether you're doing more dispatch missions, whether you're trying to complete all of the epic quest collections. So let me show you like these things right here that give you all of these additional items. For completing them, it takes a lot of energy because it's RNG based in regards to whether or not you get those collection items, and I still have quite a few of them that are not done. Well, not quite a few, like there's still, I would say I think I have like 4 not done. Like this one's done, this is not done. Yeah, I think I have maybe like 5 not done, but the point is it takes a lot of energy to get those collectors items, but it's worth it sometimes because you get some good stuff like mega tier 2s. Actually, I think it's a mega mythic uniform ticket that one of them gives you, and then a mega 6-star ticket. But that's pretty much it. That's what I spend on currently. Oh, there's one more thing that I can show you, the seasonal pass that gives you the icons and stuff. I spend on that. I'm not gonna lie. These icons that they release every so often, they're kind of nice. I ain't gonna hold you, I really like them, and I kind of regret not getting the seasons pass quite a few times because look how many of them I'm missing. Shout out to the homie John, I'm pretty sure he has every single one of these icons, and we've never seen them do icon reruns. I don't know if they ever will, but yeah, I hope they do so I could pick up some of the ones that I missed out on. But either way, I purchased the future pass now every single month because I like the icons. Well, not every month I get the max level one, but if it's an icon that I really like, then I'm going for it. But that's pretty much it. And lately the future pass has been worth it because it's giving out a mega mythic uniform ticket, which is pretty useful if you're someone like me that's getting all the uniforms in the game to mythic. But anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope the video was helpful, and I will catch you guys next time.